You are eating less than you did 10 years ago. You are moving more, and somehow the weight keeps going up, especially around your belly. That is not in your head. That is not a lack of willpower, and it is absolutely not your fault. Here is what nobody told you. After 50, your body runs on a completely different set of rules. The strategies that worked in your 30s do not just stop working. They can actually make things worse. And most doctors never explain this part. What if the belly fat, the bloating, the low energy, the cravings at night, what if all of that had a specific biological cause that you could actually do something about? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly what is happening inside your body, and more importantly, what to do about it starting today. My name is Dr. Mary Williams, and I have spent years working with women just like you. Women who have tried every diet, women who have walked miles on the treadmill and still felt stuck, women who have been told by their doctors that this is just part of getting older. Accept it. I refused to accept that, and so did the women I work with. I have seen women in their late 50s and 60s completely transform how they feel, not by doing more, but by finally understanding what their body actually needs at this stage of life. If you are a woman over 50 and you feel like your body has become a stranger to you, you are in exactly the right place. Let me paint a picture. You open your closet in the morning. You reach for the pants that used to fit perfectly. You get them on, but something is off. The waistband is tight. You have not changed what you eat. Nothing dramatic happened. But your body changed anyway. Sound familiar? You are not imagining it. And here is why it is happening. When you hit your late 40s and into your 50s, your estrogen levels drop. Not slowly and gently. They drop fast. And estrogen does a lot more than most people realize. It actually helps your body decide where to store fat. When estrogen is high, fat tends to stay on the hips and thighs. When estrogen drops, something shifts. Fat starts moving toward the belly. That is not a metaphor. That is actual biology. But it gets more complicated, because when estrogen drops, your cells also start having a harder time responding to insulin. Think of insulin like a key. It is supposed to open the door so your body can use sugar for energy. But after menopause, the lock gets sticky. The key does not turn as smoothly, so more sugar gets stored as fat, specifically belly fat. And then there is the muscle piece. Every decade after 40, women naturally lose muscle mass if they do not actively work to keep it. Less muscle means a slower metabolism. It means your body burns fewer calories at rest. It means even moderate eating can lead to weight gain. So let me ask you this. Does it make sense now? You are not doing anything wrong. The strategy was wrong, not you, because in a moment, I am going to show you the one mistake most women over 50 make that keeps them stuck, even the ones who are already trying really hard. But before we continue, if you are a woman over 50 and you recognize these symptoms, I want you to do something for me right now. Drop a comment below and tell me what city you are watching from. I love knowing where my community is. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now, because I share tips every week specifically for women who want a better quality of life after 50. Okay? Now let's get into it. Let's talk about the two biggest myths that are keeping women over 50 stuck. And I want you to really hear this part. The first myth is eat less and move more. It sounds logical. It works for younger people. But for women in menopause, cutting calories too aggressively actually backfires. When you eat too little, your body reads that as a threat. Cortisol goes up, and cortisol tells your body to hold on to fat, especially around the belly. Less food is not always the answer. Smarter food is. The second myth is that cardio is the best way to lose weight. Running on the treadmill for an hour every day might feel productive. But for a woman over 50, too much cardio without the right support raises stress hormones. It breaks down muscle, and it leaves you exhausted. Research shows that strength training and walking are far more effective for this stage of life. You do not need to work harder. You need to work differently. So what actually works? Let me walk you through 3 things that make a real difference for women over 50. The first one is protein first. Most women are not getting nearly enough protein. And at this stage, protein is everything. It protects your muscle. It keeps you full. It helps stabilize your blood sugar. When your blood sugar is stable, cravings drop. Energy gets steadier. Aim for a good source of protein at every single meal. Eggs, Greek yogurt, chicken, fish, legumes. Start your meal with the protein before anything else. That one small shift can change how you feel within a week. The second one is strength training. Not extreme, not boot camp. I am talking about 2 or 3 sessions a week using your own body weight or light dumbbells. When you build even a small amount of muscle, your metabolism gets a boost, your bones get stronger, your posture improves, and here is the bonus. Research shows that strength training actually helps with insulin sensitivity. That sticky lock I mentioned earlier, strength training helps make it smoother. The third one is protecting your sleep. This is the one most women overlook. Poor sleep raises cortisol. Cortisol increases belly fat storage. It also destroys your willpower around food the next day. 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep is not a luxury. For women in menopause, it is medicine. Start with a consistent bedtime. Keep your room cool. Limit screens an hour before bed. These small changes add up fast. Here is your quick win for today. Before your next meal, drink a full glass of water and eat your protein first. That is it. Just that. It takes 10 seconds and it starts shifting things immediately. One woman I worked with, age 61, thought nothing would ever work again. A few months later, her energy was back, her clothes fit differently, and she told me she finally felt like herself again. That is what I want for you. I know what some of you might be thinking right now. I have tried everything. I have done diets. I have done exercise programs. Nothing sticks. I hear that. And I want you to know that exhaustion is real. Trying something over and over and not seeing results is genuinely discouraging. But here is what I want you to consider. You were not failing the plan. The plan was failing you because it was not designed for where your body is right now. Maybe you are also thinking, I just do not have the time for all this. I get it. Life is full. But the approach I am describing does not require hours a day. It requires a few intentional choices, small shifts, consistently. Your body responds to consistency far more than it responds to intensity. You have more time than you think, and you deserve to use some of it on yourself. I want you to close your eyes for just a second. Imagine waking up in the morning and actually feeling rested. Imagine putting on your favorite jeans and they fit. Imagine having enough energy in the afternoon that you do not need a nap or a third cup of coffee. Imagine looking in the mirror and recognizing yourself again. That is not a fantasy. That is what happens when you stop fighting your body and start working with it. You now understand the estrogen drop. You know about insulin resistance and what it means. You know that cardio alone is not the answer. And you have 3 real starting points: protein first, strength training, and better sleep. Here is what I want you to do right now. Leave a comment below. Tell me, did any of this resonate with you? Have you experienced the belly fat, the fatigue, the frustration? I read every single comment. And if this helped you, share it with a friend who needs to hear it too. You deserve to feel incredible at this stage of your life. And the fact that you are here tells me you are ready. Before you go, tell me in the comments, which of these 3 steps are you going to try first? Protein, strength training, or sleep? I genuinely want to know. And next week, I am going to talk about the one morning habit that can reset your cortisol levels before your day even starts. You do not want to miss that one. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the next video.